Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuwah and the truth. I am still trying to write this essay. I really don't know what they're expecting for sources or what they want me to do. I'm trying to figure that out before I finish writing it. So I'm going to continue on with our lessons from, and I'm sorry I messed up on the last one. We are now on video 7. The return of Yahusha, the beginning is near. And we are on the trigger. The trigger which will set everything into motion will be the dividing up of the land, which we have seen a lot lately. We may resist it, but it will happen no matter what. The UN, the United Nations, will gather itself against Yahusha and make up a plan for peace. And a covenant or agreement will be established. Land for peace. Walls will be built and sovereignty given away. But peace will never come, as pressure for peace will mount amid escalating attacks and retaliations. The peacekeepers, Gentiles, will be gathered for Yahuwah to enter into judgment with them for his people, Yahusha. I don't know what happened to my lighting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix it. There. That's a little better. Okay. For look, in those days, and at that time, when I turn back the captivity of Yehuda and Jerusalem, then I shall gather all the Gentiles, and bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat. And I shall enter into judgment with them there for my people, my inheritance, Yahusha, whom they have scattered among the Gentiles, and they have divided up my land. You all, or Joel 3, 1 and 2. It still looks really blue. I don't know what happened. Okay. This will mark the beginning of the harvest of the earth, where the reapers come. He even makes mention of the coasts of Philistia, verse 4, where the misguided Ishmaelites live, Gaza territory. I believe it's Gaza. These people have been beguiled to believe they are Palestinians, a Latinization for the word Philistine. When they divide the land, marking the new territorial boundaries, and proclaim a Palestinian state is established, the end is imminent. Proclaim this among the Gentiles. Prepare for battle. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of battle draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You all, 3, 9, and 10. Yahuwah describes this situation clearly. It sounds like a newspaper headline. You will have to read You All or Joel chapter 3 to see the complete picture unfold before you. Put in the sickle, for the harvest has grown ripe. Come, go down, for the winepress is filled, the vats overflow. For their evil is great. Crowds in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahuwah is near in the valley of decision. Sun and moon shall become dark, and stars shall withdraw their brightness. And Yahuwah shall roar from Zion, and give forth his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and earth shall shake, but Yahuwah shall be a refuge for his people, and a stronghold for the children of Yahusha. You all, 3:13 through 16. The text declares that Yahuwah himself shall be dwelling in Zion, following his wine pressing of the Gentiles. What we are dealing with in these texts is the great day of Yahuwah. when he pours out his wrath on those nations, Goyim, gathered against Jerusalem. The wrath of Yahuwah, his day of vengeance, will be a day of great darkness. We see him describe it in many places in his word, such as Yeshayahu 63. Who is this coming from Adam, with garments of glowing colors from Botzrah, who is robed in splendor, striding forward in the greatness of his strength? It is I who speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Why is there red on your raiment and your garments like one who treads in the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone, and from the peoples no one was with me. And I trod them down in my displeasure, and I trampled them in my wrath. Their blood is sprinkled upon my garments, and I have defiled my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed has come. Yeshayahu 63, 1-3. His eyes are as a flame of fire when he comes. His wife has prepared herself to receive him, and he rides upon a white horse, surrounded by the Shekinah, the sight of which alone will make his enemies scatter. And out of his mouth comes a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. And he shall shepherd them with a rod of iron, and he treads the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Al Shaddai. Revelation 19:15. This describes the same event as we saw in Ual and Yeshayahu. His robes will be dipped in the blood of his enemies, and it will flow up the horses' bridles. Unlike Allah of Islam, he will not be needing the help of his followers to take care of business. The vast majority of Sunday pew sitters sincerely believe their pastor would surely inform them if there was anything at all wrong with the processes, which is operations or acts, practiced by the average Christian today. If the individuals would begin to investigate the operations they practice and look behind and underneath them, they'd see the false stage set up. Just look up the word Easter in a good dictionary. What did Luke mean by the words? Then they went back to Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives, which is near Jerusalem, a Sabbath's day journey, a Shabbat's journey. Acts 1:12, journey or distance. Examine yourselves whether you are in the belief. Prove yourselves. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Next section is Satan's birthday. Roscoe, calm down. I love you. If we objectively look for Satan's handiwork, it is possible to find it imprinted. Is it possible to find it imprinted on any human traditions? Roscoe, you're not allowed under there. Okay. Oh, well, we got this new training collar, and it is working amazing. And praise Yahuwah that our life is almost back to normal. Like, we are pretty much back at peace. Praise Yahuwah for peace and joy. I will continue on with the lesson. I apologize. We are on Satan's birthday. If we objectively look for Satan's handiwork, is it possible to find it imprinted on any human traditions? This fallen being, which Scripture calls Hashatan, the adversary, is neither male nor female, but is among the most powerful, intelligent, and beautiful of all created beings, and has existed since long before the earth was formed. This enemy really is older than dirt, or the sun, moon, and stars. Know the schemes of your enemy, and if you will be better prepared to identify when you are being deceived. Although there are many who directly and consciously choose to worship this being, it doesn't please Diablos nearly as much as being able to deceive the intelligent people of this world who are really intending to do what is right. Their hearts are good and pure, but they can be deceived very easily. So Diablos masquerades as a messenger of light for them. The Latin word Lucifer means light bearer. The people who willingly choose to serve him are really worthless to him and mean very little. They are often weak-minded and misinformed individuals with little education or life experience, such as those who might join the Church of Elvis, or join a cult to follow a guru, or read tarot cards and study their horoscope in the newspaper. I didn't know that was a bad thing before, and my grandmother used to be really into reading our horoscopes in the newspaper, and I wish I would have known back then. And another example would be joining the circus of Beyonce. Like, that's ridiculous. They idolized Beyonce so much they made a church for her. But the elect, us, are the targets of Satan's schemes. He attacks us the most because they are Yahuwah's wife. Deuteronomy 12:30 and 31 forbids us to learn the pagans' ways or to worship Yahuwah in the pagans' ways. The process, scheme, model, method, pattern, or design of the pagan ways. If we adopt a pagan pattern or try to clean it up, we violate Deuteronomy 12:30 and 31. It is like putting lipstick on a pig, thinking we have changed the situation by cleaning it up. Peter told us we must avoid becoming entangled again in paganism in exactly these terms. A dog returns to his own vomit, and a washed sow returns to her wallowing in the mud. 2 Peter 2:22. And the next section of the lesson is a master of ceremonies. The objective of his game to divert our obedience away from serving the true creator of the universe and influence us to do things his way instead. In other words, by following Satan's practices, we are obeying him. He knows that we will not serve him consciously, so he tricks us by means of schemes, devices, or snares. He attracts us to what looks good, then convinces us that it is what we should be doing. He is a gifted entertainer and a master of ceremonies. He is also a master of music. The ASHERAH tree was a place where gifts were placed, literally beneath the tree. Ezekiel 6:13. And you shall know that I am Yahuwah, when their slain are among their idols all around their altars, on every high hill, on all the mountaintops, under every green tree, and under every thick oak, wherever they offer sweet incense to all their idols. Everyone wake up. Everyone wake up. Like, the ASHERAH tree is the Christmas tree that you're dragging into your home. You're dragging an abomination into your home on Christmas. You're celebrating Satan. You're celebrating paganism. You're celebrating the sacrifice of children. That's what the presents are under the tree. That's what they symbolize. See also Jeremiah 3:6 and 2 Kings 17:10. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that fire and brimstone priestess or whatever, but I'm trying to wake people up. I couldn't get my mother to listen to the truth, so I'm hoping that she watches this video and she sees it. Sorry, guys. Long ago, after the flood, there were relatively few humans on the earth. The offspring of the 3 sons of Noah had separated and formed 3 clans or 3 large families. These eventually became the 3 races or breeds of mankind: Mongoloid, Negroid, and Caucasoid. The children of Ham and Japheth went into the region called Sumer, while the children of Shem were some distance away to the southwest. The mountains of Ararat are in the area now called Turkey. So if we wanted to be even more diverse, all mankind could claim to be Turkish. Turkish American, Turkish African, Turkish Russian, Turkish Australian. If you catch my drift. Rulers arose in the midst of these clans, but from the clan of Ham, a son of Cush came to power by means of intimidation and fear. He was a tyrant, hunter, and is given credit for becoming the first king on the earth. His name was Nimrod. From the first appearing of a human ruler, we detect a trend of dim-wittedness on the part of those who rule over us. See Daniel 4. Okay, sorry, I had to pause for a second. The name Nimrod has become synonymous with the term Dumbo, dumbbell, bird brain, imbecile, etc. Genesis 10 tells us the beginning of his reign was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Going to ASHERAH, he built Nineveh, now called Nineveh. Rehoboth, Ir, and Calah. Genesis chapters 10 and 11 describe the origins of all the powerful influences we see on earth today: governmental, economic, and religious. These are the three kingdoms possessing authority over the whole earth. We can track Satan's seat across the earth over time by studying scripture. He brought the populations together to serve him by designing a religious order or process that remains in perfect condition today. He used creation itself as a vehicle to make men follow his patterns. The cycle of the seasons and the signs, constellations, solstices, equinoxes, and lights in the heavens became his snare for mankind, his trap. The calendar used by Western civilization today represents the foundation upon which everything we think and do rests. In general, the measurement or numbering of time became the background for astrology, Satan's original religious order. Our enemy is not flesh and blood, but a spiritual being in control of the powers of this dark world. The next lesson is going to be on the role of the sun, revisionism, Christmas or CHRIST's Mass. It's always been Satan's birthday. And I think that's as far as I'll be able to get on the next lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. And Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Yahuwah Baruch you all, you and your families. I love you all, brothers and sisters of Yahuwah, warriors of Yahuwah and the truth. Bye-bye.